Hello, hello, hello. I don't think it's going from this mic. Hello. We're going to see how it's going to go now. I'm going to see if this is actually something that was on my part or whatever. But we shall see. They keep on trying, but I'm persistent. Okay, now I have a timer up here. It's showing that there are 7 people in here right now. If you guys can hear me, let me know. 16 people in here. Can you guys hear me pretty good? I'm non-lethal. I'm getting ready to go grab some real quick, and I'll be right back. If anybody asks where did I go, let them know. All right. So, can you guys all hear me pretty clear? Let me know. I'm looking off to the side right here, seeing if I can see some chats and all. Let me know if y'all can hear me pretty good. Okay. So I don't need to turn it up any louder or anything. You guys hear me pretty clear? Okay, good deal. All right. So we're about a minute. We're about 2 minutes in right now. Y'all know I usually wait for about a good 5 minutes before I actually go into the spiel here. So if you are watching this video on September the 28th of 2020, jump ahead to 5 minutes. If you are watching this video September 28th, 2020, you need to jump ahead to 5 minutes because I'm not going to get into the discussion until 5 minutes in. So what I usually do is take this time to say hello to everybody. Cody Streisand on the road. But I want to say hello to all of you guys that are in here right now. Got one of my generals, non-lethal, Jessica, Mike Comstack, Theresa Martin, Parker Teague, Jotham, Cynthia Pratt, Dennis Goodwin, Kathy Rage, Jeanette Gave, Barbara Cole. Hey, Barbara Cologne. Hey, sis. Haven't heard from you in a while. Tracy Peterson, Melly Play, Parker Teague, Mike Comstock. Let's see. Vesuvius, Alan Frazier, Melly Player, Robert Vinson, Ross Slade, Cody Streisand, Teresa Hodgwood, or Hobgood, Teresa Hobgood, Jessica Nicole Mitchum, Heath, Mike Homestack, Miss Marilyn Smith, Avery, Fabio, Beth Ward, Daryl Roberts, Scott Tolson, Werther's Unoriginal. Hello to every last one of you guys that are in here right now. All right, so we're about 3.5 minutes in here right now. I'm just kind of looking at some of y'all comments to see what y'all might be saying or whatever or whatnot, and be going from there. What's going on, Joseph Hoschler? Robert Bryan, we're doing good. Appreciate it. Right, about 4 minutes in, got a minute left to allow everybody to get their notifications that a lot of people haven't been getting. I hope you use other video platforms. YouTube will continue to censor. Jotham, I'm working on a whole lot. I got a lot. I've been super busy with a whole lot of stuff that I got going on, but I'm definitely looking into using other video platforms. In fact, what I'm looking into doing is getting my own website. That way, when I post stuff on my website, it won't be censored or anything like that whatsoever. So, because y'all seen what happened earlier. I mean, come on. Y'all know, come on. Come on now. What's going on, D. Tanya? Hey, girl, how you doing? Sky said they actually got a notification this time. Well, Sky, I don't know if Tatum get this a lot. Anyway, guys, Sky that's in here is one of the moderators for Brandon Tatum's channel and does an awesome job on there. So shout out to Sky. But Sky, I did a video earlier. Oh my God. I mean, it was massacre. It was a massacre. Every word I said was like, Yeah, yeah. It was just they were just dabbing in it. That's what they were doing. There was no, I mean, they were just dabbing in it. It was absolutely terrible. I think that's the worst video that they ever did like that on me. The worst. It was crazy. They tried to say that it was internet connections, but it wasn't, because I already had other internet tabs pulled up that showed it wasn't that. Whatever it was just, and it wasn't nothing on my computer that was saying it. It was only YouTube's little thing up there says connection error, or your internet connection is unstable and all that. So it's fine. Yep, completely fine though. Like we say, it not bother me. So anyway, since you guys can hear me clearly, like y'all said y'all can, so I went to a Republican event that they had today, and the event, of course, it was honoring people like me. It was honoring people like me. It was honoring healthcare workers. It was honoring first responders. It was honoring firefighters and such. So, in doing so, when I got there, I'm just telling y'all the truth, because some people recognize who I was, and when you start to talk to people who recognize who you are, it makes others look at you like, oh man, who's that they're talking to? And plus, I had my tripod in my hand. I had my camera with me because I wanted to get some video of the things that were going on there. So in doing so, other folks started kind of, looking at me like, who is he? Who is he? And I'm just telling y'all, I wasn't the only black person there, but I was the only young black person there. So I look, I'm not the people that were there. Y'all know who y'all are. The other two people that were there, the black people, they were a couple. And I'm going to give them, they had to be in their late 50s. It was just a man and a woman that were black. And that was it. Then it was me. So, of course, if you got people that recognize who you are, I had my shirt on, so if they recognize who you are, of course, they come up to you and they, oh, my God, you're that guy. You know what? Oh, I met someone like, I saw you this morning. And anyway, they got to talking to me, asking different questions, and they were just so like, I can't believe you here. I can't believe that you actually here. They, they wanted to do a whole selfie thing and all that. So when they got to doing all that, then they had like maybe, I think they had two police squad cars that were there and police officers that were there. And so they got to look and trying to figure out who I was too. So here's the thing. This is what I found really interesting. In doing so, one of the congressmen saw that these people were talking or whatever, and I can't think of his name, so I apologize. I cannot think of his name right now, but he came over and he introduced himself. And here's the thing. He introduced himself in a way that he thought I knew who he was. And y'all, look, y'all know how I am. I shook his hand. He was like, oh, I'm such and such. I was like, oh, I'm Ty. He was like, who are you with? I was like, what do you mean who I'm with? He was like who, you got a camera and all that? Who are you with? Are you part of I said, I have a YouTube channel called Modern Renaissance Man. I said, but no, I'm just here on my own terms. I'm going to be like talking to people, asking questions, different things like that of the sort. And he was like, oh, okay, well, I'm Congressman such and such. And so we had maybe a 15-minute conversation. And then, of course, how people come up and they're like, hey, Congressman such and such, we need to come over here and go meet, the Lily Buys or whatever. So he was like, yeah, hey, I want to talk to you a little later. So we talked for about 15, 20 minutes. I was letting him know who I am and what I'm about, what I do. And he seemed like he was really interested. Okay. So then after that, I guess because he was talking to me, there was another congressman that was somewhere else that saw him talking to me. So of course they're like, who is this guy? And so this guy comes up to me and his name is Congressman Rodney Davis. Congressman Rodney Davis. He came up and he introduced himself. He said the same thing to me. He said, who are you with? And I don't know if I'm starting to learn like these little old political terms or whatever. I don't know if that's like, how you go on the streets. You got like the gang lingo. So he comes up and he shook my hand. He was like, Congressman such and such. I was like, oh, I'm Ty. He was like, okay, Ty. I was like, oh, my name is Ty Smith. He was like, okay, and you represent or you're with? I said, oh, I'm known as Modern Renaissance Man on my YouTube channel. And he was like, oh, okay. So anyway, he and I had a conversation. I let him know about who I am, what I'm about, what I do. Let them know that this is actually my first time voting. Yada yada peanut butter. And then he became really, really interested. So he gave me his card right here. And I don't know how all this works. I don't know if I'm supposed to show his card, if his information and stuff is on it. I don't know. So I'm just telling you, he gave me his card and told me to give him a call because he said, when we talked, I let him know what I do on my channel. I let him know what I do in real life, right? As far as mentoring, all those things like that, I let him know a little bit about my upbringing, whatever like that. And so he said, I really want to sit down and talk with you. I really want to sit down and talk with you. Take my card. He said, I said, now look, I said, I'm just telling you. I said, I'm somebody that's real. I said, I hope this is not you telling me that you want me to call you just because that's the right thing to say and you in front of these people. I said it right there on the spot. He was like, no, I really want you. I said, okay, because I'm going to call you. I said, in fact, I'm going to call you tomorrow. That's Monday. I'm going to call you and I'm going to leave a message. I said, I might call you 2 or 3 times in that day. And I said, and I'm going to make sure you remember who I am because it's going to be kind of hard to forget considering I was the only black person there. So, I mean, so I'm just saying. So anyway, he shook my hand and then I forget who he had with him. I want to say his name. The guy he had with him name was Tyler. Because I remember my name was Tyler. And I think the guy he had with him, his name was Tyler. And Tyler was his deputy district director, I want to say. Yeah, deputy district director, something like that. Because I remember DDD. So he was his deputy district director. And he also was like, yeah, we're going to, no. We're going to take your call. We're going to make sure because, we, in other words, like, need you. So I'm like, oh, yeah, oh, no, I know where y'all getting at. But anyway, so after talking with him, the head person of the Republican convention, whatever, I don't know, I forget her name, but no, she was one of the event organizers. Her name was Sue. Sue comes up to me and she hands me a water bottle and saying, ask me my name and asked pretty much was like, so, what's your name? Who are you? What do you do? And so I gave her the same spiel. And while I was talking to Sue, Sue started crying. I kid you not. Right? I wish I had guys. My sons didn't want to come, so I had no way of getting a video camera. My plan was to actually have my tripod set up with the camera right there, and I was going to actually talk to people. But I wish these moments, if you were listening to me and you was at this event here in Central Illinois, if you was at this event, if you have any of the video, because I seen y'all with y'all phones out, can y'all please find some way to send it to me? On my channel, I gave y'all know y'all look me up and y'all subscribe to me. If y'all can send that email to me or a video of you guys catching those moments, I would love that. I would appreciate that very much. But anyway, guys, so back to that. While I was telling Sue this, Sue started crying while I started talking to her, whatever. And so then I went from that to then Sue went and got her head person, who is the main GOP something of the Republicans here. So then this lady comes up and then Sue says, yeah, this is him. This is who I was telling you about, this guy right here. And she's like, this guy was talking and he just brought me to tears. And so then this head lady was like, well, I want to hear about this. So me and this head lady actually started talking and I started telling her about myself, started telling her, most of y'all that follow me know the story. You guys all know the single parent home, y'all all know that. So I don't really need to explain any of that all over again. But the point is that once I got to talking to her, this lady, about 5 or 6 times, she was like, oh my God, you're giving me the chills. I'm serious, y'all. Stuff that y'all hear me talk to y'all about all the time, I guess is different when you like one-on-one with people. But yeah, she kept on, oh my God, you're giving me the chills. I don't know. Y'all know how I am, but I guess the words that I was speaking to her impacted her so much that the lady actually wanted to stop and she wanted to pray for me. Like I hope they got this too. She put her hands on my shoulder and she was like, please, can I just pray with you right now? I just want to pray for you right now. So she started praying for me right there on the spot. And when she got done praying, she was like, young man, can I have your information? Please. I gave her my information. She was like, we need young men like you speaking up. We need it so much. Like, she just kept on going to this. We need young men like you. And folks, she didn't say we need young black men, in case folks want to, well, that's what she meant. No, she did not. She just saying that not enough young people are actually doing it this particular way, where we are searching out and researching things to get facts on things and get the truth about things. We're not doing any of those things. Because a lot of people, I had a lot of conversations with a lot of different people there. And yeah, there was, you seen MAGA here and MAGA there. You seen Trump stuff there. You seen a lot of stuff there. And anyway, this hat that I have on right here, there were police officers there. And guys, I didn't know this. I was never told this. I got this hat right here. And this hat right here, I don't know if any of y'all know this, but I'm gonna give y'all some time to possibly try to I'm gonna give y'all some time to probably try to recognize if y'all know it. Do y'all even know what this means? I thought like, man, hey, I love that because I'm all about like Spartan. I named my truck Astelius because Astelius was one of the most skilled warriors as a Spartan. So I just saw this right here, and I love Spartan. I'm all about being a warrior. I love that stuff. Workout, we have Spartan workout, Spartan race, and all that. So I saw this and thought like, oh man, that's pretty sweet. I like that Spartan look to it. But does anybody actually know what this right here is actually for? I'll wait for you guys to answer a little bit. And I know a lot of y'all like, what in the world? Because they probably were like that too. I'm telling y'all, I'm just being real. Nobody was acting funny towards me at all. But people were kind of looking like out of surprise, like, whoa, like, it's a black dude here. Because if y'all don't know, Illinois is a Democratic state. So, but again, I don't want y'all to think nothing real crazy about this, because if there's going to be look, I got invited. If there's going to be a Democratic thing going on, I'll show up there too. I'll show up there and talk to people too. I have no problem doing it, just like I did this right here. I would have no problem doing that. So anyway, I gave y'all some time to answer. So, this hat right here, this is a symbol of the fallen police officers who died, who were murdered like on duty. That's what this hat represents. And so I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. So this hat right here is a representation of that. It's a representation of the police officers who were killed in duty. So I was like, oh, wow, here I am. I'm about to buy the hat because I just like the fact that it's like, I thought it was cool. It is a Spartan thing. So that's what it represents. So I was like, oh, okay, wow. So I'll go ahead and, so they gave you, yeah, you can go ahead. It was like, go ahead and get one. So anyway, with that being said, it turned out that they had a charity baseball game going on. Everything that was at this event, all the proceeds went to the police, healthcare, firemen, and all that. And so while being there and saying this, folks, they came up, they wanted pictures. They asked me a bunch of questions, asked me where I grew up at. And Miss Marilyn, this. When I mentioned, I said, when I mentioned I lived in Chicago for some time, and then I mentioned I lived in Decatur for some time, and they were like, well, what the heck? They knew everybody knows Chicago, but they definitely knew Decatur too. They definitely knew Decatur. And it was like, dude, what the heck? And so anyway, I told them that I'm actually, and I'm just telling y'all for the first time, some of y'all kind of hinted at it. I said, I'm thinking that actually with a lot of things that's been going on lately, I think that I know that I help people medically. I know the 2 degrees in medicine and all that is actually a huge thing. But I told them my ears have really been going towards wanting to do something in the community a whole lot more. I know that I have 140-some thousand subscribers on here. We call this a large platform, but I'm talking about getting heavily involved in spreading this. And so the congressman and Republican head lady that's of this particular area are supposed to be calling me this week. And it's supposed to be a lot of more things that's supposed to be going on as far as like getting involved. And then another thing that came up, I ran into the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club, had a 45-minute conversation with him. Okay. And so in this conversation, I was letting him know this. I know y'all have no idea how many times I had to tell my story. Pretty much a little bit of my story while being there. So then he ended up giving me his card, and his name is Tony Morstader. I hope I'm saying this right. Tony Morstader or Tony Morstader. He gave me his card, and he's the CEO of the Boys Club here, both branches. And I think he said one is in the elementary school and one is in the middle school or something like that, their main branch. So anyway, same thing with him. He wants to get together, get some things going, get to talking about different things, because from what I was gathering from a lot of them, I don't think that in this area, what they call McLean County, I don't think there's too many people that look like me that actually in this particular area that's going around trying to be a mentor or coach to a lot of what we call at-risk children, or even some children that are not considerably at risk, but actually got some other mental things going on. So they were like, yeah, we really want to get with you and, you know, talk and actually have you come and talk to the kids, you know, whatever. So again, the type of person that I am, I'm not a person that's sitting here, guys, because it's not my first rodeo. I mean, I speak and stuff all the time, but what I'm saying is this. I'm not too quick to say, oh man, I'm going to be, I'm going to be. No, I'm not like that. If they really want what they claim that they want from me to come there to help those children or educate the public on anything, or even just share my story, then they will actually make the room for it. And I even said to the head, and if she's watching, she know I told her this too. So are the two congressmen. I gave them both my channel, told them what my channel was. I told them how I go live. And I actually told them that once I leave the event, I'll be going on my channel and talking about this particular event. So it's going to be up to them. I'm not going to be a person that's going to be constantly bugging them. I'm going to, like I told them, I'll probably make 2 or 3 phone calls to their offices every day this week. Then after that, I'm done. So it'll be up to them whether they want to actually get back in contact with me, because I gave them my phone number. I told them you can call me anytime. If there's an event going on, if there's a thing going on where you would like me to go and speak to people on certain things, let me know. I will fully do it. So they were really just ecstatic. I mean, I'm just telling y'all, a lot of people that I spoke to there, they were just completely ecstatic. Now, here's the thing. I want to tell y'all something that's really interesting. I never once told them who I was voting for or anything like that. I didn't say, matter of fact, I told them that I said, this is going to be my first year ever voting in my entire life. I told them I'd done some researching. I'd done some history. I looked through history from how each party started. I did all that. And I said, so I plan on voting this year. And you know what I kid you not. You know what most of them said to me? Well, no matter who it is you voted for, I'm glad that you did your research, yada, yada, peanut butter, and that you decided to vote. They didn't sit there and say things like, well, I hope you vote the right way, or I hope you're going to vote for this. Well, you showed up at a Republican Party, so I hope you're going to vote for our guy. Nobody said anything like that at all. What they said is that I'm glad that you took the time out to research yourself and find out how all this stuff works and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm glad that you actually, and then most of them like, hey, I'm glad that you actually had, they said, I'm glad that you were willing to actually take time out of your day and come up here and see how these things work. Now, the other lady told me too. She said, anything that you need to know about anything, she said, I'm going to pull you in and I'm going to sit down. And she said, I don't care if if I have to sit down with you over some coffee, I want to sit down and pick your brain and talk with you and da-da-da-da-da. And she's the one that's the head over the Republican GOP in this region. So, but again, we shall see. We shall see how all that goes. What they end up saying to me or what we end up talking about, you guys are going to know about. So, and hopefully it can be a time where they don't care about having me sit down with them and actually getting a camera, and I can sit down and have these conversations with them, because I did have a lot of conversations. I had a lot of deep conversations with these folks. We talked about MLB. Y'all know what I'm getting at? MLB, say it backwards. We talked about that. We talked about some of everything. And believe it or not, a lot of y'all, I'm telling you, it was real. That's what I love about this. That's why I tell people, go out there in your world, go out there in the real world and talk to real people instead of relying on what TV wants you to see. Did y'all know that even though I'm not telling these people how I'm voting or anything like that, but when I started asking these older people there, I was asking them like, so, you're 78 years old. So I'm pretty sure you voted a lot. And one man actually, he took my email address and everything down, and he got my address. He's supposed to be coming by here. He said around 7:00. He's going to drop some books off to me. So he's like, I want you to read this guy and this guy and that guy. I mean, he was just so pumped up. And here's the thing, though. What I found really interesting is that when some of them that I interviewed, I just asked them some real questions. Like, why do you think this is going on? Why do you think this is going on? Why do you think that this is happening right here? Why do you think this is going on right here? Why do you think that a lot of black people don't know the real truth about voting? Why do you think? And it absolutely blew my mind. One man, a black man that I spoke to there, an older gentleman that I spoke to there, he was there And he said something so interesting to me. He said, pretty much right now, what we have going on right now, he says, what happened to my grandmother and my grandfather them. He said, you have people that are black and white who are going around trying to expose the Underground Railroad. They're trying to let everybody know that people have Underground Railroad homes that's in housing slaves while these slaves are trying to escape. He said, but they're doing it on a different level now. And I'm sitting there like, I think I kind of said something like that, but I didn't want to say that to him. I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, I know. I talked about that on my channel. I didn't do any of that. I just let him talk, but it's just interesting him being that old. He said, this is exactly what they're doing. He said, so when you got white folks and black folks, he says, so here's the thing. Some black people never wanted to escape. They never wanted to leave the plantation. They never wanted to leave, but the ones that did leave, they wanted to rat them out. They didn't want them to actually, they wanted to rat them out because he said one or two things. They felt that if they ratted them out, and they got caught, it will cause them to come back to the plantation because the person that was ratting them out felt that it's keeping them safer that way. Because at least we got food, at least we're getting fed, at least we have a home. I was like, yeah, buddy. He was saying some deep stuff. And he said, but yet, at the same time, some of them were doing it because they were too much of a coward to try to escape the plantation because they were too used to the accommodations that they are getting. So I let him say that, and I totally agree with him on that. And he said, so what you have master, who's a slave owner, giving special privileges to the other slaves if they let them know who is trying to escape and who is not. They're getting special privileges. So I found that quite amazing because, like, as of right now, we all know that welfare-wise and all this, it's the same exact concept. It's the same exact concept. It's illegal, but they're able to do it legally because they're getting you here by constantly keeping you on the slave plantation mentally. They're constantly feeding you because they're giving you food stamps for free. They're giving you a house to stay in because they're giving you government assistance, or you're getting Section 8, yada, yada, peanut butter. You're getting all that. And even better now, you're getting a phone from them. So in doing so, you have white people going to tell black folks, make sure you tell the black people to keep voting for us. Make sure you keep telling the black people to vote for us because we gave you that phone. Look at this. We're expanding how much food stamps we're giving you. Look what we're doing. We're expanding how much Section 8 we're going to give you. Look what we're doing. We're expanding how much cash assistance we're giving you. Look what we're doing for you. So urge your black people to keep us here so they can get the same thing too. The same exact thing. You're staying there on the plantation as long as master keeps feeding you and giving you a home and giving you cash assistance. You're staying there. But for the ones that actually are, and right now, some black folks, we don't have to try to escape anymore. We don't have to try. We can just simply walk out and do it because guess what? There's nobody that's coming after us anymore. They want you to believe that there is somebody that's coming after us, but it's not. Nobody is coming after us whatsoever. A lot of white people I met there, on a social economic status that I met and I talked with, some of them are CDL. They drove trucks. Some of them were post office people. Some of them were worked at the pancake house. Some of them worked at the pizza place. Some of them, they worked all kinds of different places. And so it's really interesting that you get among people, and when you really start talking and engaging, you start to realize there is none of this stuff that they want us to believe, because there are a lot of black people who are on a higher socioeconomic status than a lot of white people. There are some white people that's on a higher socioeconomic status than some black people. There are some black people that's on a higher socioeconomic status than Indian people, Asian people, whoever live here. There's some Asian people that's on a higher socioeconomic status than other people. But my whole point is saying all that, the reason why some of us are actually on a higher socioeconomic stance, because we decided to go into careers that will provide for more economics or more finance, more money. That's the reason why. But to sit there and try to say that there's this thing that exists no more, that doesn't exist no more, there is no more people that's trying to come after us to keep us from escaping the plantation mentally. There is no more, KKK or white supremacists or any of those groups that's around that's trying to keep any black person from going to college, from going to a trade school, from going to a skill school. None of those people are there to keep you from doing it. But what they doing right now and what they have done for so long, they've gotten you to believe that it actually exists. They got you to believe that these people are there to hold you back, to hold you down. And here you are looking funny at every white person that may come up against you or may disagree with you. And you want to be looking at that like there's some sort of racism or there's some sort of white supremacist or some sort of white privilege because a white person decided they don't agree with what you're saying or what you're doing. And all of a sudden you would say that because of your white privilege. No, they're saying that because you're wrong, period. They're saying that because you're wrong. And then reason why I love it so much, because if I sit there and say the same thing, that you're wrong. Oh, look at you. You're a little Uncle Tom. See, that's what I'm saying. No, that lets me know it has nothing to do with a white person or white supremacist. It has nothing to do with white privilege. It has nothing to do with me tap dancing for the white man or being an Uncle Tom or being a porch nigga or being a house nigga. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with me actually seeing that you have been deceived into this way of thinking and you're so invested in it that you refuse to try to see it any other way. You refuse to try to actually step beyond the walls of the mental plantation that you in, because what are you afraid of? You're afraid that if you do that and you find out the truth and come to the same conclusions, or you arrive at the same conclusion that I'm in currently right now, how are you going to go back and explain it to this very same people that you were sitting there agreeing with and rooting with? Huh? See, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking at that rally there. Those folks were like, dude, you are like completely, they were like, you are bold. I'm like, because I don't care. See what I'm saying? You don't find too many people like, I'm not saying, I'm not bragging on myself, but what I'm saying is the fact that I, with the help of the Lord and other mentors, whatever, I got myself here. It took me to decide to want to do this. It took me to want to sit there and hustle and go to school full time, 21 credit hours while working and doing track and field. It took me to decide every day to keep myself going. It took me to do that. So with that being said, I don't owe nobody anything. Y'all know what I'm saying? I don't owe nobody from the hood anything. I don't owe y'all nothing. I don't owe you an explanation for why I believe the way that I do. But since you want to inquire and know, I will tell you. Now, that's the problem that a lot of people that actually talk like me or like me do. They like, well, I don't want to say nothing because if I say something, they all gonna start yelling. Dude, I'm like, I don't care. They can yell at me all they want to. They can cuss me out all they want to. They can call me all the names that they want to, but it does not matter because none of them are responsible for how I got where I am. None of them are responsible for that. But at the same time, I learned in ministry from trying to talk to folks when they actually are inquiring about certain spiritual ailments that they have going on, is that no matter what it is, it's always going to be somebody in that crowd that's going to take heed to what you're saying, and they're going to do something different with their life. I am a prime example. I came up under Keith Anderson in the homework hangout, an after school program, and Keith sat there and told some of us, Keith did this exercise. Keith had all of us look at each other, right? He had all the kids in that area. It's about 40 of us. He had all of us he said, make eye contact with somebody. He said, now what I want y'all to do, he said, I want y'all to close your eyes and look down. And when he said, and if I tap your shoulder, I want you to get up and leave the room. So we all put our heads down on our legs. He went by and tapped certain individuals and made them leave the room, okay? He told us to keep our heads down. He said, now, I don't want this to happen. He said, but probably in 10 years, some of y'all going to be killed. Some of y'all going to be raped. Some of y'all are going to be caught up in drug dealing and get busted and raided and go to prison. Some of y'all are going to kill somebody else. He said, I don't want this to be any of y'all. And please prove me wrong. And so then he told us that was remaining in the room. He said, I want all of y'all to look up. So we looked up and all of a sudden you seen like the people that was in the room with you, you seen that like over half of them were gone. And he told us, I don't want to be right about this. He said, but this is what's going to happen if a lot of y'all keep on going down the same path that you're going. If a lot of y'all stay with the same mind mentality that you have, if a lot of y'all stay with the same type of characteristics that you have or the same behaviors that you have, this is what's going to happen. Look, he said, look, who was sitting next to you? I'm like, oh, that was such and such. He said, look, he's dead. He was doing that as an exercise. Now, go ahead 5 years. It wasn't even 10 years. 5 years. That happened. People that sat next to me at homework hangout got killed or murdered, or they actually murdered somebody, or they actually sexually molested a kid. I mean, no kidding. That's exactly what happened. So my point is saying that is that even though he said this to all of us in the room, even though there might have been a few of us out of the 40 that he talked to, even if it was only 11 of us that actually got away from that, did something with ourselves, became good men, good women, good family people. Even though some of us did that, Keith is actually ecstatic because at least 11 of us did. So that's what I'm saying. No matter what I do or who I talk to, I know it's always going to be one or it's going to be a few within that group of people that's actually going to take heed to what you're saying. They're going to listen to what I'm saying, and they're going to actually try to go and apply it. And what I know about this too is that while the crowd is there, and even if people are yelling at me and they're disagreeing with me and calling me all these different names, things like that, I'm like, look, y'all, okay, y'all, I don't care. Yes, I know. Okay, yes. Okay, now that we got all the name calling out of the way, we're moving on. And what I always find is that there's certain individuals that they'll sit there with the crowd, but when the crowd goes away, I can just tell by the way that they're looking at me. Some of them don't have like the courage to actually say, can I talk to you for a second? So it's this type of look that they give me. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, so what did you think of all this? And they're like, can you possibly talk privately? I'm like, oh yeah, I know what's going on. Come on, let's go over here. They'll talk to me and say things like, hey, everything that you were saying, because I don't want to do this, man. I've been slanging for like, 8 months, man. I almost got shot one time. I got robbed twice. So you saying that if I go do X, Y, and Z, that I'm like, look, I got resources. I got folks that I know. If you really want to do the things that you say you want to do, I'm not going to pursue you. You have to come and pursue me. Here's my phone number right here. Call me anytime. And when I say anytime, I'm talking 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever you got going on, let me know. What you need a place to kind of chill for a minute? Yeah, let me know. Hit me up. Okay. Well, take the bus on out to such and such. I'll come and pick you up right there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people, the ones that really want to do something with their lives and do something different or change. They seek you out. I'm telling you, folks, look, motivational speaking, coaching, I've done all this, but you're only going to hit and miss certain individuals. That's why I don't waste my time trying to save everybody. I'll speak to a crowd of people, and I already know that a handful. Let me give y'all this. Let's say on average, you speak to a crowd of 50 people at a basic public speaking event. Out of those 50 people, it probably is going to be at the most 15 people that's actually going to want to come to you afterwards and really try to do something different with their lives. And of those 15 people, as time go by, I would say maybe 8 to 10 of them actually do stay with it and do something with their lives. So since I'm getting used to that number, I just don't have no high expectations of out of those 50 people that everybody's going to jump on board with it. So I can't expect any of them to be like that right now with what we see going on right now and how the tides and a lot of things are turning, because I do believe that everything that's going on right now, from the life that I live, for the career that I have in medicine, from from tech, PTA, PA, all these different positions that you hold, I think that I've changed lives on a physical level. Doing therapy, PA, you change lives on a physical level. But I think now lives are being changed on a spiritual level. And if, I'm just going to go along with how the flow of this is. If it gets to the point to where I get so to the point to where I'm able to do talking to you guys like this on YouTube and going out to the community full time, mark my words, I will drop everything I'm doing right now as far as my career in medicine. I will stop it right now just because I know what the impact is going to have on people, because it's going to have to go beyond this particular election. You know what I mean? I mean, people are actually getting exposed to a lot of things that's going on right now. Folks are starting to wait a minute now. I was for all this at first, man, but this don't seem to be right, man. Like, wait a minute now. Hold on now. Wait a minute. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to stop talking right now. I'm going to try to read some of your comments. If you are in here right now, if you are on a computer, if you want me to see your comment, make sure that you put @ and then put MODER, and it should fill it in for you on a computer. If it fills it in for you, hit enter, type out your message, hit enter again. If you are on a phone or a tablet, make sure you put the @ sign, put capital MRM, and I'll try to catch some of y'all messages right here. So let's see. MRM says Daniel Keliakua says Keliakua says MRM preach, and I wonder what the percentage is. I think I already said that. Pooty Girl says there are two people I would listen to scripture wise. You are one of the code searchers. You are one, and Code Searcher is the other one. Code Searcher, Riverwind. Okay, appreciate that. Gloria says we are in a great awakening, and yes, this must continue way beyond this election. Oh yeah, I think this is just. I think honestly, people, I think that this election the president, Donald Trump presidency right now, pretty much set the foundation of pretty much a lot of exposing stuff. Okay. Boda Bob says, I'm 58 and you inspire me. I appreciate that, Bob. MRM, great talk and ethics, says 1968. Catrice, thank you. Thank you. Miss Little Pig says, did you have fun and did you learn anything new? At the convention, I wouldn't necessarily say I learned anything new, but I would say that a lot of people who don't even know who I am, when I was asking them questions, a lot of people seem to be on the same wait, what happened with Josie? Josie Luna says, I will pray that God gives you the wisdom as the Lord gave to King Solomon. Appreciate that. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say I learned anything really new, but it was interesting meeting new people. Let's just say that. It was more, actually, to be honest with you, it was more, when I started talking about statistics, they were all like, wow, like we didn't even know that. So they were more like amazed with that. So it was more like when I was talking, people was kind of gathering around and hearing what I was saying. That's why I said it made the other people look at, well, who is this guy? Who is this guy? So Daniel Kalikoa says, great talk, man. Best I've heard from you so far. Didn't complete my question, but that's okay. You're making a difference, man. Appreciate it. MRM, I like that you view things from a Christian perspective instead of a left or right. Pooty Girl, absolutely. That's the only way I can look at it. That's why I said if they invite me, I'll go to a Democratic little thing too and just talk to people. It don't mean that I'm repping them. And also, do not put capital letters in here. When you put capital letters in here, big time, it goes into YouTube's like algorithm, and it can be looked at as you being flagged. And you end up finding yourself that if you try to make comments on my channel or anything like that, you like, where my comment go? And then people start blaming me, like, you keep deleting my comments. I'm like, no, I'm not deleting your comments. Whatever you did is offensive to YouTube, whatever. So using capital letters and all the time will not probably get my attention anyway. The best way you're going to get my attention on here is if you put the @ sign on if you're on a computer or a laptop, put the @ sign, you know, that whoop whoop, the monkey tail, put an @ sign and then spell out MODE. It should fill it in for you. When it fills it in, hit enter, type your message, then hit enter again. If you're on a tablet or a phone, put the @ sign, put MRM and type out your message. Bridget said, don't settle for anything less than 100 grand a year. You know what? To be quite honest with you, I promise you this. If I got into a career that it offered me so much money, more than I need, I promise that I would be the one to say, no, look, I'm good right here. I'm good right here. But the extra money, I'm going to take that and apply it somewhere else, like helping folks on the channel or certain things like that. So I've learned too much to not do that. So greetings from England. Keep up the good work, says Anglo-Saxon. Appreciate that. Holly West, I absolutely did. Holly said, did you ever watch the video I sent you with Trump exposing them all? It aligns with all that you talk with us about. Holly, absolutely. Absolutely. Have I heard of TD Jakes, EV Hill? Yes, I have. Yes, I've heard of them. I've seen about that. At least I know there's no blood on my hand and I'm doing something deceptive to try to get you to think and feel and do things my way. I just tell you this. You go look it up. You go find it out. You make the decision on how you're going to go about and what you're going to do. Then it comes on you. But here's the thing. Earl Nightingale, love it. Your mind does not care what you plant in it. but your mind will return to you what you planted in it. That which you sow, you shall also reap. And everybody always think about that in a real negative connotation or a sinful way. Well, you know, if you do something bad, you're going to reap something bad. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you reap, if you sow good things, most likely, and not most likely, your harvest is going to be good things. And I'm not talking about no money. So church stuff, that stuff. If you know, let me show you. See, look here. Let me show y'all what happened. See this $50 right here. This $50. I put that $50 in every Sunday. I put in another 50, and then I put in another 50. And next thing you know, the abundance of the Lord started flowing in, and I started getting all the money. And you know, the harvest of the Lord came to me. Look, all the harvest. And I'm telling you, folks, the reason why some of you not blessed, because you don't have a $50 mentality. You don't have a 50. I'm not talking about no bull crap like that whatsoever. The reason why you probably don't got no money, the reason why you probably broke is because you don't know how to budget your money. Plain and simple. If you put money in church, you're not going to get your money back from church. If I planted seeds in the dirt, whatever it is that I planted, I should get a return from the dirt. If you're putting your money in the kingdom of God, and the church is supposed to be the kingdom of God, should your money be coming back from the church? Well, he's going to bless you in other ways. No. Listen, I didn't bless this church in no other way. I blessed this church by putting my money into it. So I'm going to need some of that back. Now, if I put my time into the church, then I'm going to reap the time that I put into it. By whether I'm a musician, whatever, I get that. But don't sit there and try to tell me that you're going to only be blessed if you send in some of this right here. By the way, this is fake, folks. So I'm not flashing money. I know it looks real, but this is completely fake. See the little, look right here. See that? It's from China. It's from China. China. The money here, the money, China. So, anyway, that's what I'm saying. So this whole thing of what you plant in yourself or what you sowing, that which you should also, that's why I say that which you should also reap. So when they say that which you sow, you shall also reap. If you are sowing money into the church, shouldn't you be reaping money from the church? Because that which you sow, you shall also reap. If you sow hatred, you're going to reap hatred. If you sow love, you're going to reap love. If you sow skills, you're going to end up reaping skills back. These things, it's just a natural principle that happens, folks. It's just natural. So anyway, with that being said, the reason why I said all that is because a lot of people don't want to take the time and actually go out there and plant anything. They want everybody else. Some people want people to do it for them. I want you to plant for me. No, because see, that doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't teach you skill. It doesn't teach you no wisdom, no knowledge, or what it's like to have the appreciation for actually putting the work into doing what you did at all. And so talking like this, and when I was saying this very thing to the people that I was talking to there, they were like, dude, you this your first year voting? I'm like, yeah. I don't care who you voting for or what you voting for, but the way that you talk and the way that you carry yourself and the way that you act, dude, you are a straight conservative. I'm like, look, I don't like the titles and I don't like the whatever like that. Call it what you want to. You said that. I didn't say that. I'm just me. You call me a conservative, that's on you, because somebody might turn around and say I'm a liberal with some stuff that I say. You said that. I didn't say that. All I know is that I am me. I'm a truth seeker. And if it's truth, I'm going to give it to you. And when I give you the truth, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with it. I just got done telling you that if you plant this, you're going to reap that. I just told you that your mind doesn't care what you plant in it, but your mind will return to you what you planted in it. Now, don't sit up and tell me, well, the reason why this is going on with me is because no. It's all what you planted in it. Brianna Taylor. Oops. Did I just say that? Yes. See what I'm saying? It does. I'm going to go into this. Let me see what time I'm at. Exactly 50 minutes. So I'm gonna do this in chapters. 50 minutes with the Brianna Taylor thing. Guys, I posted a video of Nate the lawyer. There's no way. I mean, after he did all that, the dude said it so nicely, so slowly, so layman, had all the backup, but people gonna still say, I knew people still gonna say things like, well, she didn't deserve to get shot 6 times. Well, how many times? And it's not, it was a wrongful death because, dude, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, oh my God. Coming from the hood, I can tell you how I'm gonna tell you how it probably went down. Somebody was knocking at the door. Somebody was knocking at the door. It's Brianna Taylor's apartment. Dude probably heard the knock while they was in bed. Hey, somebody at your door. She going to the door, walking that way. He walking behind her. They kicking the door. Somebody step in, dude, fire a gun. Because how is it that they both were now listen to this. They were in the hallway, her hallway, and the police officers missed him, but they got her 6 times, but dude didn't get hit once. So anyway, I'm sorry, I ain't gonna go into all that, but my point of saying all that is when I said that which you sow, you should also reap. So Brianna Taylor was caught up in a lot of stuff. Y'all, I come from a family of thugs and drug dealers and all that. I have female cousins who were girlfriends to big time drug kingpins. I know what the girls, the women, if there's any women that's in Chi-Town, Decatur, whatever like that, y'all know good and well, the ones that are part of that life, y'all know good and well what it is that y'all do. Y'all know what y'all do. The trap house in there, y'all know exactly what y'all do. And y'all know the risks. I've known people that I grew up with. My family had my cousins and uncles, they had girlfriends that did the same exact thing that Brianna Taylor did. They know the risk. Some of them have been robbed while getting ready to transfer money to another spot. They've been robbed on the spot. Who did it? All them 4 corner hustlers did. Oh, who did it? The 213 click. Oh no, it's on now. No, who? The GDs. What do you mean the GDs? Oh, who did it? The VLs. So you got robbed by some VLs while getting ready. Those females know what it's about. Those females know that a lot of dudes that use them, they put the cars in their names. Some of these dudes will get a house and put the house in the female name as long as she's holding a decent job. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all, a lot of folks don't even. That's why I wish if I was able to go and talk to a lot of folks on a platform out in the open like this, a lot of folks that came from the hood like I did, they do it anyway. They like, dude, yeah, Tyler, telling the truth. These chicks know what they're doing when they get into this stuff like that. And that's actually what a lot of them want to do. A lot of dudes that want to do any type of drug dealings, anything like that, the ones we call the pawns, you know what they do? You find a girlfriend most likely that has a job because you can put a car in her name, you can put a house in her name. As so long as she hold a job, the police really can't say nothing to her about the car she has, even though the drug dealer is paying for the car. I know how this stuff works. I have family that took care of people in our neighborhood, white people. They took care of white people in the neighborhood that we stayed in. The white people were getting their social security. They were retired, so they were the least one to be suspected of doing anything, while some of my family members had their stash in the white people's house. The police didn't bother them, didn't ask no question or anything like that. Those people been on the block for maybe 50 years. And people say, man, why would you want to stay here with all this crime going on? And the white people say, you know what? Whatever they do is their business. They don't bother me or anything like that. So whatever they do is their business. The police have no idea the whole time the stash is in the white people's house. Never be suspected of it. They will sit there and put the cars in the neighbors and the white people's. They'll get a car, not nothing crazy. They'll get a decent car, put the car in the neighbor's name because the neighbors can definitely afford it because he might be a retired vet and his wife might be a retired, she worked at the factory or something. But whatever the case is, as long as those people can show proof that they have income coming in to pay for that vehicle, that's why the drug dealers put it in their name. Plain and simple. So, man, that's what I'm saying. Folks want to, dude, you don't know. I lived the life. I was there. I know what these girls do. Yeah, well, she didn't deserve it. Dude, she knew what came with doing that. I don't care what anybody try to say or how y'all try to paint her. This is real talk right now. Brianna Taylor knew exactly what type of life and what thing. She knew exactly what she was in. That's why the first boyfriend is what he was, and the second boyfriend was what he was. That's real talk right there for the ones. That's real. That's street talk right there. That's real talk. That's hood talk right there. She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. Sit there and act like this girl's all innocent. I hate that the girl lost her life, but guess what? Okay. One of my siblings had something similar happen to him. Somebody for real came in his house, not the police though. Somebody for real came in his house. They shot his dog, shot his dog. The girl that was in the house started busting back at the dudes. She ran them out, busting at them. I'm talking about pop, 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 pop. She's shooting back at them. So what I'm saying is that a lot of females that get with guys that are about that life, they ain't stupid. They know the risk that they're taking. Plain and simple. Now this stuff gonna come out like, dude, he had a license to carry. That doesn't make him a good citizen. I know all kind of thugs that got a license to carry. What does that mean? Because they haven't got caught yet? What does that mean? I love that. See, the whole point is that you want to keep on trying to divert from the truth. She's dead because of the dude that shot at the police. Well, what were they doing that at that time? And it does not matter. The police ain't got no dang on curfew when they can't do a raid. What are you talking about? You a you a thug. You a gangster. You are a drug dealer. You going to come on, man? Drug dealers, man, yeah, they know you know good and well. Well, I was just in my house. We were having some tea and crackers, and we don't ever bother anybody. We don't do anything. And so when they came crashing the house, me as a law-abiding citizen, I was just trying to protect. No, absolutely not. Dude knew exactly what that was about. Plain and simple, knew what it was about. Drug dealers are always looking over their back. They always kind of like, you know what I'm saying? They always got people on the lookout, whatever like that. And knowing good and well that the fact that he was there while they were banging on the door, whatever like that, he said, you know, they banged on the door, whatever, they kicked in, he shot. Now, some of y'all could use that as an argument, but the issue that you're going to have with that is the fact that Brianna Taylor and the guy that she was with knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what the life they were about, plain and simple. People, oh, but that precious life. When people say things like that, I'm like, they really don't know what they're talking about. You really just going based off of something that the news showed you or something that, you know, somebody gave you some type of somebody told you to think like that or talk like that or respond like that. Because all you see is these pictures and stuff that they got on Oprah magazine and all that, her looking pretty and all that. And you just like, they know how they say picture say 1,000 words. They got these folks up here thinking like she was just this innocent person who just didn't do nothing to anybody. And she no. She was a thug girl, plain and simple. She knew exactly what she was doing and who she was with, what their life was about, plain and simple. Just like a lot of females in my family, them did the same exact way. Females get into it and they know what the risks are to come with it, plain and simple. Some of them are drawn to it. All right, so let's see. I know I skipped a lot of y'all questions. Matt Beckman says, now they're trying to say the boyfriend's bullet don't match the one in the cop. Right, because the cops them all have 40 calibers and he had a 9mm, right? So it don't match. Well, who okay. It's a done deal. That's of course they're gonna try to say that. And I'd say, you know what? If they want to run the ballistic forensics on it, where they actually take the bullet out of the cop and see if it matches up with the boyfriend's barrel or anything like that. If it don't match up, then yeah, they're gonna have a problem. But it's too late now. The verdict is already it's over, said and done, though. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we all know they had the warrant. They was like they got the guy earlier. Oh, what they're coming there for? The guy that was in there, they wasn't even looking for him. They got the wrong guy, dude. They showed up with a search warrant for Brianna Taylor. I just posted a video with the lawyer showing the videos of them running back and forth and all that. Man, it's easy, folks. But folks want to make it hard because it has nothing to do with Brianna Taylor. It has everything to do with this race war they want to keep pushing, and folks keep falling for it. When MLB was brought up during your convention conversations, did someone know their Marxist ideology? Any single comment you found interesting? Cubby Coopers. Well, actually, when I said that, a lot of them were like, they were, okay, I'm blaring out. There we go. When I actually mentioned that, a lot of them were just kind of like, holy crap. Some of them didn't know it at all. But some of them were like, well, you know what? I did kind of hear about it. You know, and I'm like, no. I'm like, when I showed them my channel, when I showed them my video, I said, no, I have her saying it. So y'all know the video when I played it, when she was like, we are trained Marxists, Mark. They were like, oh, wow. See, a lot of them said, I've only heard that I heard that they were, but I didn't know that she actually said it. So a lot of them were just like, whoa. So yeah, good question though. JJ New York City says, so very proud of you. I have a husband. Watch with him. Me. He says, wow, he talks a long time, but it's all good. My niece unfriended me on Facebook. So yeah, gotta let it go. Yeah. They never was your friend. Your friends will respect your decision to do what you do, who you do it with, no matter what the case is, if they are a real friend. I got friends right now that might still vote Democratic, and they just like, look, and I get it. If you don't fully understand something, you probably gonna keep on doing the same things you've always done. It's just like if you're trying to change the way that you diet or the way that you eat. If you don't fully understand why you are dieting or why you want to lose weight or why you want to get healthier, then I expect you to stay exactly where you at while getting little bits and pieces at a time. Maybe next go around they'll vote differently. I don't know. Maybe next go around you will eat differently. You will exercise differently. I don't know. But all I know is that You can only meet people where they're at, and that's the issue that a lot of folks have. They want you, they want you to change right now. Change the way you think, change the way you vote right now. No, that's a process. I mean, look at me. Y'all been with this channel. Whoever's been following this channel for a while, look at me. Y'all see that, like, what, even 6 months ago? What was I telling y'all? I ain't about to get into this voting crap. I'm not. But I guess the Lord knew. He's like, you don't think so? Watch when they start coming for what you represent, and they start coming for the church. And it was a done deal. And I started looking at who it is that they're coming for. And then when they started coming for the church, and I am church, now we got a problem. Because I'm not a coward. I'm not going to sit back and I'm now, okay, now that y'all coming for me, let me start calling out what y'all doing. See, at first, I wasn't even bothering with you. I wasn't even bothering y'all. I was off to my little corner, preaching and teaching and all that, going around talking, doing public speaking, whatever like that. Going on YouTube, talking live with you guys about depression, different things that other folks got going on. And I told y'all, I care about people ticks, and I still do. That's my number one thing. It's always going to be about people. But it wasn't until they wanted to start coming after the church. Yeah, you should have did that. Because now I'm going to say, no, okay, since y'all want to come after us, this is what y'all doing, and this is what y'all going to keep doing. This is how it's affecting people, and this is how it's going to keep on affecting people. I'm going to call it out, plain and simple. If you want to get mad at me and start calling me names, I do not care, because you brought this stuff to my front porch now, and I'll be darned if you about to come in my house. So that's how it's going. Linda said, God said, hold my beer. Yeah, Kevin, this right here, in case y'all didn't notice, for the 300 people in here, this hat right here I got at that Republican rally I went to. This hat right here is not about like the Punisher or anything like that. This hat right here, they say it represents the soldiers, or I said soldiers. This hat right here represents the police officers who was killed in the line of duty. Carl Hott says, sorry, Ty, didn't finish my comment. He didn't need to get her involved to start with, but yes, she should have not hung with him. Yeah, they even got the phone calls recorded of her talking in there, man. I mean, it's sad, man. But you know what, guys? I'm telling y'all right now, listen to me when I tell y'all. I don't know. You can't, no matter what, the Brianna Taylor story is not the first story like this. Brianna Taylor's story is absolutely 100% not the first story like this. This is just a story they want to use to push this narrative, but her story is not the first story about somebody getting shot in the line of fire, friendly fire, or collateral damage. Hers is not the first story at all. This is just the one they chose to roll with. Toby, the Shih Tzu lover, says, brother, that's what it did for me. That's what did it for me in politics. I did not think twice about politics until I saw how they were coming after the church, and now I pay attention. Oh man, big time now. So it's like this. It's almost like I'm thinking that it might go this route. I don't know, y'all. Don't quote me on this. It's almost like the Lord was like saying, like, okay, you do what you do already in the church world and in the regular world amongst people going to these clubs, this place to speak and teach and do things like that. And I said, I'm never going to be doing no things where I'm getting involved in that type of, I'm not getting involved in that. Now that they came for the church, and if God says, well, I'm going to put you up here in the political world to keep on doing what you're doing because they came for us, now I'm going to use y'all platform to expose what y'all been doing since y'all trying to come in my front porch. Or like we come from the hood, you trying to come and do your stuff on our territory. Nobody was bothering y'all at all. Nobody was messing with y'all, even though y'all did Black Lives Matter way back when. Antifa, y'all did y'all stuff, whatever y'all in different countries, y'all did y'all stuff way back then. Whatever. Black Lives Matter, y'all did y'all stuff, what y'all were doing before Donald Trump. Y'all did y'all stuff with Michael Brown and all that. Whatever. That was on y'all. But now you want to come after the church and think that I'm just about to sit back and be like, oh, Holy Father. No, I'm coming right back at you. Y'all got the wrong one. There's a lot of us that's part of this church world. There's a part of this body of Christ that are not cowards. And I hate to tell y'all, you fighting a losing battle. I promise you fighting a losing battle. And you know it. That's why I don't get no calls from y'all. That's why y'all don't want to openly talk or discuss anything with me, because you know that the power of the Holy Spirit is going to pretty much blast all those evil spirits that might be in you. Plain and simple. getting real with them. When it comes down to it, we talking about the spirits and all that. We talking about the spirits and all that. You know, the Holy Spirit is already, we already won. It's not even a fight. I mean, it's not even a fight. All we gotta do is say, hush, be gone. It's that easy. You gotta sit there and fight you. But since you're trying to bring it to our home, now I'm gonna use your platform to actually expose what you're doing. And it seems like somebody's already been doing it. Okay. Can you show everyone closest up view of your hat so they can see it? There it is. See that? This is Sparta. All right. Baytown says you can only learn what you feel, and someone of inspiration can awake that feeling and carry you out, carry you forward. Okay, yeah, I agree. Okay, La Puga Atomica says MRM. Wait, I lost it. MRM, what do you think about Trump and Kushner bringing peace to the Middle East? I haven't gotten into that to see what that's all about. So I really don't have an answer for that. If you know what I mean, I really haven't researched that and studied that to give you a clear answer of it. But I do know this, if it's of a certain significance to where whatever it is that he did, that they wanted to try to nominate him for a Nobel Prize, then it had to be something significant. But I haven't studied to see what actually the significance and the impact of what that did. So I don't know. I don't know much about that. Kevin, let me see what you said. Okay, we know. Okay, let me just say this too, guys. Look, I know that most of you in here are full-grown adults. I get that. I get that you can say what you want to, but in here, can y'all just speak y'all piece, speak y'all differences, speak y'all disagreements without having to revert to calling people names? You know what I mean? Because I'm just telling you, with having an intellectual dialogue, you never get nowhere by calling anybody no names, because the minute you call somebody a name, they don't hear you no more. Now it's about to be, well, if you knew all this, you a dumb mother F. Well, if you were something, you effing idiot. Nobody is actually going to be hearing nothing that each other is saying, because all you're going to be focusing on is what they called you. Bosnia and Serbia are naming a lake after Trump. Oh, wow. So anyway, with that being said, folks, if you are going to revert to name calling in here, your comment is going to be deleted. Okay, I'm just telling y'all, look, I'm playing this fair across the whole board. If you're going to be name calling in here, your comment, you're going to get 3 times to where your comment is going to be deleted. Then after that, you're just going to be getting put in timeout for 300 some seconds. So again, just say what you need to say without the name calling. I mean, I'm telling you, a reason why I'm saying that, I know y'all grown. I know I can't tell you what to do, but I'm just letting you know that in doing so, a person is more apt to listen to what you are saying, even if they disagree to you. At least they'll read what you're saying and try to see what it is in there that they disagree with you on. But when you throw that name calling in there, you stupid bastard, or you freaking idiot, and all, then it turned off. You know, y'all know it turns off. Okay, so I appreciate that if y'all did that. Much respect. I love when y'all disagree with each other, because it helps you kind of decipher and come to a point. But here's the thing: if you're never going to come to an agreement, you might as well be like, tell the person, I don't know who y'all are that's in here going at it, but tell the person, well, we're going to have to agree to disagree on this. That's it. Even because, guys, even when you give people stuff that are facts and they disagree with it, you just be done. Okay, I'm done. Okay, moving on. Lisa Garrison says, finally, a God-fearing man coming out to take a stand. Yes, praise God. You are awesome. Just found your channel. Lisa, I appreciate that. And this is not I mean, people think, I think, you know what shocked them is that even when I was talking at the, when I was talking to the people there, they themselves were kind of like, it's not, look, folks, y'all know me well enough. It's not bragging. they were even just like, dude, that's crazy that like you are legit in what you feel about God. And Jesus like, I know what I'm not, because it's for real. I mean, it's not like this is and I'm just in the Lord. No, I have a real relationship with God. That's why I can speak so boldly, because I know him well enough. He speaks to me all the time. I seek counsel from God, plain and simple. It's that easy. And I'd say the same thing to y'all. If you want to just seek counsel from him, I'm not trying to tell y'all, get yourselves together, get saved. I'm not, hey, this world is coming to, you need to really pray. I'm not saying that right now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you that the experiences that I have with the Lord and continue to have with the Lord, that's why I'm so sure and so confident in who I am and what I do. Because I know that it didn't come from no man or no person that gives me the wisdom and gives me the knowledge of what a lot of things that I do. It comes straight from him. All right, let's see. I know I might have missed a lot of things y'all might have said, and I apologize again. It's easier to fool people than it is to convince them that they've been fooled. Gutberg, Brad, I love that. I love that. That's absolutely true. Says 2 peace prizes for 2 different peace deals. That's awesome. Israel and Bosnia and Serbia. Okay. Avery said this channel will soon be so big it will be impossible to monitor this stuff. It will fly by so fast. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Let's hope it gets there. That way, lethal and non-lethal can be like, look, we ain't doing nothing no more. We just sitting back and drinking our tea or beer, or I don't know. Lethal them might be like, look, I'm about to drink some scotch because these people crazy. That would be awesome to get there, though. Okay. MRM, I have learned a lot about how to handle myself with people who try to argue with me. That's awesome, Wendy. Mama Don. Wait, who called you? Where's my phone? Are you talking about what you sent me, Mama Don? I don't know if my son got a speaker. I wanted to try to see if my son had a speaker in here, Mama Don, because my son usually, whenever we travel, my son usually carries a speaker. And if he got a speaker, I'll be able to get a speaker, and I could possibly call you. Yorkie Mom says, have you reached out to Candace Owens? Have I? Okay, let's see what y'all saying to me. I don't have any in the world that really see evil and all good exists, man. But let's see. Nominated for those, didn't receive one yet. Okay, nominated, that's good. I mean, still, the fact that it was even nominated. Better triple up on the mods in anticipation, MRM. Triple up. I would have to quadruple up. Okay, the dog called her. Love your channel. Love these streams. Also, non-lethal and lethal are great for all the time they spend helping the community. Lethal and non-lethal. Oh, by the way, check this out. Check this out. I was on ABL's live stream, right? And I did a call in. So I called in on ABL and I offered, my take and all that, my angle. Y'all wouldn't believe. I don't know who this person is, but somebody is ticked off at you and lethal. Lethal and non-lethal. Somebody just started going in. He lets his moderator bully people. They're nothing but bullies. I'm like, who is this person? He just would not let it go. He just kept on. Well, you can't go to the MRM channel because if you go over there, he got some moderators. They will bully you. I'm like, dude, who are you? He wouldn't say, but whoever he is, I was cracking up. I just kept saying, who are you? And then, so anyway, what they don't understand though is like ABL, he don't allow no cussing or anything on his channel at all. Like if you guys are talking in the comments, if you say, man, I'm effing sick of this, I'm not gonna be like, hey, don't use cuss words. I'm just saying, if you call somebody a name while you're trying to have a dialogue right there, I don't care too much for that. But people cuss all day long up and down in here. Cussing does not bother me at all. But it's the fact that, ABL, like you can't cuss on his channel at all. So this person just kept on just going in. I mean, he went, lethal and non-lethal, I promise you. He went for about 45 minutes of constantly telling people, don't go to MRM channel because he got some bullies over there. Don't go to MRM channel. His moderators are this. And then people finally got time to say, dude, shut up. Like, what are you complaining about? Like, you mad because you can't come to the club or something. So, but yeah, I forgot. I wanted to tell y'all that. Let me see. Pam Watson says, I live in Africa and it's such a complicated situation in the Middle East. That discussion on here will not cover it. I know it won't. I only said Africa because I love when people say they're from Egypt. I'm like, you from Africa? Did you ever decide what you're going to do about moving videos so you can get a join button? Avery, man, Avery, it goes like this. One or two things would have to happen, and I don't know how this will work. I would either have to start a whole new channel where this channel is nothing but devoted to me doing nothing but these talks. Guys, I promise you, MRM is going to have more stuff. The MRM ministry channel is going to have more stuff getting on there because now I agreed to be doing some traveling to go back and speak at my home church quite often. So y'all, whenever I speak at my home church, I'll be posting that video up from my home church. And I'm thinking about starting another channel to where it's going to be strictly based on what I'm doing right here. Because I would literally, Avery, I have over 2,600 reaction videos on my channel. I would have to delete all of them, which I wouldn't have no problem with because they demonetized anyway. I wouldn't have no problem with it. But then what I would have to do is take all my comedy stuff that I do or all my my live talks that I've done. I would have to take those and move them over to the new channel. So I don't know yet, guys. I don't know yet, but oh, Lethal, get home, sis. Go ahead, girl. Don't worry about this. Mama Don, who did that? Who did that? What's going on, Texas gent? Walter's in the house. Hey, Texas gent. Hey, I'm saying this publicly, y'all. And I'm not saying this to, make him like he's special, but the guy in here, Walter Dallahan, Texas gent, on my Instagram, this man pretty much sends me something every single day. And what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about just like things that's going on in the world, but what he does every day. And even if I don't respond to him, he'll say something every morning. He'll say, good morning, sir. Or he'll say, have a good day, sir. He says something every single morning on my Instagram in the message area. And I just want to give you a shout out for that, Texas Jim, because I mean, I just think that that's really cool. Even when I don't respond, it's the fact that he probably feels like the fact that he's saying something to me. And usually I just leave a little heart there. Some of y'all that speak to me on Instagram, y'all know I'll leave a heart right back at you, but I just want to throw that out there because I mean, that's you've been here for a long time and he does that. So he'll say, good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Or have a good day, sir. So I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, JJ said, no, I love the reactions. Yeah, I know. That's what I figured. So I think I might just start a whole nother channel. And I don't know. Woo. I don't know. But look, this is why I actually talk to you guys, because I don't have all the ideas. Remember, the reason why this channel is far as it is right now is because of y'all ideas. You guys gave me the idea to start Patreon. You guys gave me the idea to start separating certain things off. Hey, do some of your comedy videos and call it comedy this. Y'all gave me the ideas. So as far as how I would do this to where you guys can join, I don't know. I'll probably just have to start another channel and take all my videos from here and move them over there. Jessica Nicole, my Instagram page name is, I don't know. No, it's Modern Renaissance Man, but the O in modern is a 0. So M0 Darn Renaissance Man. All right, Donna Maggie, you take it easy, sis. Black Lives Matter of Atlanta arrested for embezzling money, spending it on houses and tailored clothes. I would love to get that. I would like to find that out. I would love to find that out. All right, let me see what else you guys are saying. Wisperian said, I think you having one channel is just great. Wisperian, I actually have two channels. I have this channel and I have my MRM ministry channel. I've been watching your reaction videos for a long time, says J1G 22C3000, and I agree with almost everything you say. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Expose people to all sorts of content instead of just segregating the content. Yep. But the thing that comes with it though is that you get demonetized or whatever, or you can possibly get a copyright strike. Holly says, MRM, I have lost a lot of friends through all the chaos I have been through, and I'm grateful for the MRM family. Absolutely. And Holly, I'm gonna hey, I'm gonna say something real quick. Holly West in here. Holly, if you don't mind, I want to kind of talk about what some stuff I know. And since there's 270 some people in here, I mean, I can just, I'll wait. I'll do a video on it. I'll do a personal video on it, Holly. Okay. That's what I'll do. I will do a personal video on it. That's what Holly, that's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do, Holly, I'm going to do a personal video. That way it can be, I'll do a personal video and then we'll do it from that. That's how I'll do it. My Twitter is at MRMologist. So guys, my Instagram is at M0 Darn Renaissance Man. Okay. And my Twitter is at MRMologist. Join chats with Tatum and ABL again. You guys are great. Yeah, along with Derek. The congressman wants to offer me a job. If he does, that'll be great. Joe Sereno, what's going on? MRM, do you think you would be able to enter a Dem rally without being recognized? Welch, yeah. I mean, I'm going to fit in because most of them are going to be black. So it's the Republican rally that you're going to be recognized in for one. So I'm going to look like every other black person there. So ain't nobody going, unless I have this shirt on or something. But he said, why is my Twitter handle called Ologist? Because MRM stands for Modern Renaissance Man. So Modern Renaissance Manologist. I just threw that in there because that's the only name they would let me get. They wouldn't even let me get Modern Renaissance Man. I tried all kind of ways. So when I put MRMologist, they let that go through. So you're going to run for Congress, Iryman. Cool. Get something positive done for the country. We'll see. We will see. I don't know. I'm just letting things flow like they flow. The way I always done things with the Lord is when the door's open, I walk through them. But if the door was not opening, I'm not trying to go there and see what's behind it. It has to flow right into it. So President Ty, we have a situation. Hold on, let me finish this reaction real quick. I know, right? Just Steven said, are you saying all black people look alike? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying at a Democratic thing, I won't be noticed like boom because most people that go to those are black. So, I mean, I can't post the link, but I have it. I don't know what that's for. Did you have a good experience at the Republican event? Lisa Sweets. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I got some phone numbers of congressmen and event organizers and the GOP regional director or person. So, but yeah, it was really good. Let's see. Gail W415 says MRM peace deal are significant. Bosnia, Kosovo, Israel, Bahrain, Israel, UAE all have agreed to normalize relations like trade, and they can go into each other's countries. Oh wow, that's cool. Okay, good deal. I am ONW who always tells you I love you in the comment section. Oh, okay, yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, that's funny. I know exactly who you are. MRMologist is better than proctologist. Oh my god. Been visiting your channel on and off for a while. What happens with the donations giving from Cash App? Well, I don't get donations in Cash App, unfortunately. So I might as well take that down. Or in PayPal. Well, what happens most of the time, which I don't really get no donations in PayPal at all either. What happens is that that money from PayPal goes towards people. So, like, let's just say, for instance, if there's some people that I know that's in the youth group, or some people that I know that I work with that are like I'm just being real, a lot of them are single mothers. I know that here's the thing, I've talked personally with folks, okay? And there's people that I work with that are, they made some mistakes by becoming a parent real early, and they got some struggles. They work in 2 jobs. Like one of them is like let's get into one of the girls. I'm not gonna say her name. She works in housekeeping, but then she also works at the gas station, and she has like 4 kids. And usually when like the holiday come around or one of their birthdays or something come around, it's some stuff that they can't do. So what I do, I don't give them the money. I don't do that. I don't give them the money. What I'll do is say, what do your son want? And I'll actually buy the toy for them. And when I buy the toy, I usually get the toy from off of eBay, or I get it from like Amazon, and then I'll send it. I'll send it through Amazon, and then I keep track of all those things like that. That way, whenever I do taxes, I'll say, this is the money that came in to me for donations, and this is where the money went for the donations. Because I got a whole list, like, man, some folks are like, well, let me see it. I'm like, well, I don't care. I'll show you. I'll show you the eBay and all that, the stuff that I bought for children and all that stuff like that. I'll show you the whole stack of it. So, but most people know I'm not on here trying to, hustle nobody no matter what. But some people do donate to me. Some people would donate on PayPal, and they will specifically say, this money is for you. That's it. So, but yeah, that's what it goes to. And look, a lot of my subscribers can attest to this. I have sent money to people on this channel that have PayPal. I have sent money to them. And all I asked is that when they receive the money and they buy what they say they were going to buy, all I asked is them just take a picture of it and send it to my email. That's all I asked. 80% of them don't do it. So I'm not, if you're in here and you're listening and you're one of the 80% of people that I sent it to, most likely you burned that bridge. I'm not sending no more. That's all I asked. It was just something simple as I would find out through connections. Hey, did they receive that money that I sent them so it can help with this bill? And they'll say, yes, they received the money. I say, well, can you tell them to take a picture showing that they paid for it or something like that? It ain't that I'm trying to be like this. Oh, I want to see. No, it ain't that. It's all about the fact that I can use the picture or the receipt. I don't care if they took a picture of the invoice on the computer. I would be able to take that, and I will use that actually when I do taxes, showing that I donated this money, helping somebody do X, Y, and Z. And when they don't do that, then all of a sudden I'm like, well, most likely I won't be sending no more money to you. You kind of burned that bridge with me. So I'm just being real. He said, I want to watch. I'll send it. I'll send a picture of it. Let's see here. We're experienced about that. Look, guys, don't worry about how much money y'all donate or anything like that. I tell people all the time. We got a connection unstable, y'all. We have a connection unstable on YouTube. Yeah, right. Anyway, Don't worry about, look, folks, this one, y'all, the ones that know me on this channel, y'all know good and well, look, I have a very good career, okay? When y'all donate, that's awesome, okay? It's very awesome that y'all donate. That's why I said in my videos, if you do, great. If you don't, great. Don't feel so, oh man, all I can donate is $5. Or look, don't do that. Just you donating. I don't care if it was $1. You donating is a awesome thing because it lets me know that you're just saying, however I can support you, but at least this dollar, I do not care how much you're sending. The way I feel about $1 is the same way I feel about somebody sending $50. Plain and simple. I do not care how much you send. I just look at that as being thankful that you actually have the heart to actually want to donate to the channel and support it. That's it. Now, I will say this. Some of the ones on Patreon that donate on Patreon, we was able to do different things with the money from Patreon. For instance, I got this new camera right here, that this webcam right here, and y'all seen my setup in the back. You know, not I'm sitting there pointing like it's right here. Y'all know my original setup with the MRM stuff behind me and all that, and y'all see the lights and all that. I was able to use some of the Patreon money to get that. And then for what else? Oh yeah, I think no, that was my money. I use my money to build my own computer. But yeah, most of the time it's just one of those things like that where I find somebody that can use the help and try to help them that way. Okay, let's see what else y'all saying in here. Redneck Gamer said, YouTube suggested me to you. Here I am. Oh, cool beans. Well, welcome. Do I have a P.O Box? Do I have a P.O Box? Yes, I do. And let me copy it for you, and I will send it to you. Unless neither of them already have that on hand, because I don't. But I'll go to one of my videos here, and I'll be able to highlight the P.O Box, and I'll send it to you. So give me a second to do that, and I'll have it right to you. Okay, that was, who said that? Lisa. Okay, Lisa. So here you go, and it should be highlighted on your side once I send this in. There you go. Taking a picture of a Maserati, you're gonna send me the payments. And that sucker gonna be getting that car gonna be getting towed. You're a great man. Thanks for interacting with the chat, says the N. Appreciate it. Welcome to the city of Buffer, of course. Quantum Geek, MRM, I want to know what chips you were eating when you recorded that Candace Owens video. They sound no. Hey, Quantum Geek, that was on YouTube, flat out. Like, I still have that video of Candace Owens right now. There is no way. Like, when y'all see when I upload my videos, there's no sound in the back. That video only had that crazy crackling sound, whatever the heck that was, while the video was on YouTube. Like, I will seriously upload the video again, and y'all won't hear nothing. The same exact video. And I'm telling you, that's why I was like, what in the world is going on? I'm sitting there watching it with you guys, like, what the heck? You hearing all like this bag rattling, and sometimes you hear the person eating. So that's crazy. That's kind of scary, because it let me know that somebody actually is behind there on YouTube or something like that, because it's not on Candace Owens' video. Some people thought it was Candace Owens' video, and they thought it was her cat, like, messing with something. And then people thought it was on my side, like, is he eating some chips and stuff? Like, no. It did that only on YouTube, uploaded on YouTube, which is crazy. It's really crazy. God bless all you're doing. Thank you. You're welcome, V Stag. Oh, Lisa, my favorite colors is actually on this hat. That's why I kind of got drawn to when I was going to get it. My favorite colors is royal blue, black, and white. I do like red too, though. But definitely royal blue. Royal blue, black, and white. God bless all you're doing. Thank you, V Stag. MRM, did Mises ever respond to you about the Trump 2020 reaction? Kind of curious. Holly West, how'd you know that? He did. Yeah, Mises, he actually did respond to me. He actually did say thanks for doing the video and all that. Yeah, very positive person. Great chat, MRM. DD, appreciate it. Thanks for joining in. MRM, will you consider going on Timecast? What is that? YouTube stalker munching on snacks. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I'm serious. That was so weird. I mean, I'll hang out as long as the stream is going. Okay, I will make you a quilt. Cool beans, Lisa. Look forward to seeing it. And I definitely would post it up on my video. Definitely would do that. You thought that it was Candace Owens and his husband in the background. Richard Frawley says, hello from the heart of Indiana. Love you, pal. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate all of you. Even the ones that don't agree. That's how things get done. That's how we actually communicate with each other. Not everybody's going to agree with each other. Oh, God, no, non-lethal. What's going on, Matt, man? How are you doing, sir? He means Timecast, a podcast. What do you mean? Like what? I'm confused. Would I ever consider having a podcast? Yeah, that would have to be excluded. No, yeah. Look, I'm just being real. If I do a podcast and I invite people to come and speak, you're gonna have to come somewhere where you're gonna be uncomfortable coming to, because you ain't coming to nowhere near my house. You're gonna go to a place where I grew up at, in that area around the hood, and to a certain destination, because then I know that I'm protected. And if you show up there and you crazy, then you're gonna be in trouble for coming there, because I'm gonna make sure that I'm protected. Well, how we know that you're no? I'm just saying. He means Timecast. Okay, I said it already. Ty got scared. Wait, who got scared? Me? Tim Pool. Oh, if I got invited on there, I'll go on there. Yeah, Linder one. I seen that. It was really awkward, wasn't it? It was really awkward the minute they started talking about George Soros. There's no need to talk about George Soros. Well, well, we don't have to bring George Soros into this. Oh boy, why not? You don't like seaweed chips, Bridget? I do. Oh, Timecast. Yeah. If you know Tim Pool real good, get a hold of him. I'll definitely I'll do one with him. I would love to do that. Get the word out, y'all. Go tell him. MRM, Candace Owen is not related to Terrell or Jesse, I think. No. Remember, she's my sister. MRM, I think I have sent you videos with Tim Pool. Yep. When do you have? Tim Pool be on it, man. He be coming with the news real quick. Good stuff. I quit watching Outnumbered because of the new incident. Did you all hear the African American woman from Germany call into Kevin's corner? Wow, she preached. She was awesome. I don't know anything about that. Wait a minute, you said an African American woman from Germany. That would not make her African American. That would make her African German. No, I'm just kidding. She might be an African American woman who lives in Germany. I'm messing with you. Just got in time for your live while at work. Just like to ask your thoughts on Kamala pandering to the black voters by saying her favorite rapper alive is that was a disaster. That was, you know what? Honestly, though, I'm not gonna lie to you, though. I got to be real with you. I think that just might have been a slip of her word. Because if she obviously don't know that Tupac is dead, I think that was a slip of her word. I think she just kind of had a little slip. I'm serious. I wouldn't. I know they was gonna try to tear her up on that, but I think that was just a slip, though. That was messed up. She said the greatest rapper alive is Tupac. Like, what? Now it's gonna have all kind of conspiracy stuff circulating again. But I think I think she really slipped up though. No, I don't know. You never know. If she slipped up, I mean, I do believe she slipped up though. When can all just be American? I agree. I agree. I told them if it was me on the application would say, mark, which I don't even know why it even matters that you need to put your ethnicity or anything down there anyway. But I think that on the application, it should say American, Chinese, Japanese, Australian, New Zealand, Canadian, Samoan, whatever. It should say that. That's it. And you check one. ABL doesn't like curse words on his channel. Everybody knows that, period. His channel, deal with it. Be nice. That's right. I love it, man, because ABL be getting them call-ins. ABL, sir. Okay, sir, hold on. Hush, sir. Hush, sir. I love that, man. I was dying when he was doing that to this man the other day. Sir, hush, sir. You need to be hush. Look, sir, nobody can even hear you right now, sir. So you might as well stop talking because you steady talking. You're not letting me get my words in, sir. So what I was going to tell you is you need to be quiet. I mean, I was dying when he did that. I couldn't believe it. And the dude was steady going on. Speaking about rappers, have you listened to Tom MacDonald? Fisty, you must be new to my channel. You have to be new to my channel. We'll let you off on that one, though, Fisty. You have to be new to my channel, though. I've done like 50 songs of ABL. Oh, my God. You got to be new to my channel, but we'll let you off on that. No, I'm just teasing you. I had to have done 50 songs or so of Tom MacDonald, so. ABL would be a good call-in center. Trust me. I know. Yeah, Holly, I've called in on his channel. It has benefits when you come from the hood. I know it myself. No, Chris Faith, I know. It's the truth. That might Werther's unoriginal. It might have been Ivan. I don't know. Is Ivan Hispanic or Mexican or Puerto Rican or something of the sort? Gary Lamb. I don't know who that is. Purple Fishes, come on now. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm like, dude, are you really saying that? I always check other and write an American. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Oh, African German. Joe Carmody to send a request. Leave it in the comment section of any video that I've done. Then I will put it in the bingo ball and it will have to be pulled out randomly. Oh, you say you don't know if it's him? Okay. Right. Anyway, with that being said, folks, all 240 people that are in here right now, I sincerely really appreciate you guys tuning in. I sincerely appreciate you guys commenting. Whoever sent a super chat, I appreciate that. Hope that you guys will give the video a thumbs up so it can be circulated. And also, one of the best things you guys can do for me on this channel right now, one of the best things you can do is afterwards is to come back and just simply share the video. Okay, share with family and friends. Also, if you leave a comment in the video, that would be awesome as well. I don't care if you just say cool, great, like it, whatever. By leaving a comment, it also puts it into the YouTube's algorithm to be circulated around. For the ones who actually was in here for the first time, you say YouTube recommended it to you, do me a favor and make sure that when you visit my channel, make sure you check out everything in the playlist. One video out of each playlist. If you go to my reactions videos, look at one video. On my playlist, if you go to the comedy section, look at one video. And the playlist, if you go to the just saying, look at one video. My point is, get to know what my whole channel is about and all that it entails. That way, you won't be surprised 5 or 6 months from now of how I think and how I talk and the things that I do. That way, you won't have to make it a public announcement. I'm subscribing from your channel. You won't have to do that because you won't be surprised by what I say and what I do. Most people, I'm telling you right now, the ones that are in here right now, if you do not check out my channel and we have a live chat and I say something that does not live up to what you like and you find yourself unsubscribing, you've been warned because I tell people to check out my whole channel, but they don't. And what they end up doing is getting mad and want to cuss me out when they depart. I've been following you for 1.5 years and all you have to say to me is peace. Well, you did just get done cussing me out and told me that now I'm a disgrace and all this stuff like that. So I think I did the great thing just by saying peace. Or I just say journey well, good days full of health to you. So my point is, get an idea of what this whole channel is about. How I talk about God, my ministry, the funny stuff that I do, the serious talks that I have, the reaction video. Get an idea of what this channel is about as a whole before subscribing. Trust me, it's going to benefit you more. And don't forget, like, share the video, comment on the video, circulate it to family and all that stuff like that. Anybody that y'all feel that y'all should collab with, if you on those people's channels and you got some way of getting a hold of them, let me know. Let them know. I'll be cool to collab with anybody, period. I don't care if they're Democratic, Republican, if they're Satanists. I don't care. I will sit down and talk with anybody and have a decent conversation with them. And with that being said, I appreciate all you in here listening. I know y'all took time out of y'all day to sit here and talk with me and listen and leave comments. I really appreciate that. I do not take it for granted. And with that being said, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you all through Jesus.